attractive, undead person I've ever seen in my life. Thank you.
We're ending, that was probably the best way to end this impromptu main event panel with Chris Sabat and hardcore gangster rap. So.
Except I want to tell you a story.
Thank you. Oh, that's one?
Yeah.
It's a story. Awesome.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the last thing. And this is a true story. I was discovered by Dean Rusk. I was selling watermelons in the back of my truck when Mr. Rusk was passing by. I had a beautiful tenor voice back in those days, so I sang out, "Watermelons!" He said, "Would you do that again?" I said, "Sure, Mr. Rusk." "Watermelons!" He took my name and address. He said he had a lot of connections. He also purchased this huge watermelon we had on the back of our truck. We never expected to sell. It was one of those freaky watermelons. We used to, sit on it and carve out tic-tac-toe games on it. So I said, "Gee, Mr. Rusk, that's a big watermelon you're buying. Having a party or something?" He said, "No, I'm buying it as a pet." And, I didn't say anything. I figured, well, to each his own, And I finally did get into show business myself. And for years, I traveled all over the country working in really small nightclubs. And I'd get really lonely. Really lonely. And one day, I thought back to my days in the watermelon truck with Mr. Rusk and his unusual pet, and I figured maybe he didn't have something there. So, I wandered around town, and I found this little fruit store. They had watermelons just piled up outside, so I kind of, browsed around the watermelons, trying to figure out a rapport with one of them. And it's just I was about to give it all up, because, this is retarded. This one watermelon was, winking at me, so I bought that watermelon. And as I was taking the elevator in my room, I realized, I had something there, So I bought that watermelon, and we kind of had something special. I'd sleep with it, I'd cuddle it, I'd tell the watermelon my troubles, I'd try out new jokes on the watermelon, I could put my ear up against it and hear the ocean. And one night, I surprised the watermelon, because we really hit it off. I bought it a brand new rhinestone collar and leash. And that night, I took my watermelon out for its first walk. It was a beautiful night. The moon was just completely bright, and I was dragging my watermelon down the street. I was totally at peace with the world. And I guess I got in such a tranquil state of mind that I wandered into the bad part of town. And the watermelon hater came out of the alley and shot a big hole in my watermelon. I was standing there, fucking terrified with my watermelon wounded, and the watermelon hater, running in the opposite direction, shouting something in Latin I couldn't understand. "I don't know or something. And it meant down with the watermelons. And there was a phone booth nearby, so I ran to the phone booth, went through the yellow pages in the book, and found a watermelon repairman. He was the only one in the book. And in fact, the ad read, he was the only one in the world. So I called him, and he asked me if I had any insurance. Blue Cross, United Fruit, Medicare, we can figure this out later, but you gotta help me. He said, "Okay, bring it over." He took one look at my watermelon, and he said, "Wow, that's a big hole you've got that watermelon. You've got to watch it. Those things don't grow on trees, What a rotten joke to make at a time like that. He disappeared to the watermelon repair room. He came out about half an hour later, picking his teeth. And I knew there was no hope. A friend of mine sent me a Persian cantaloupe. They're much cleaner than watermelons, but you can't trust them. Another friend of mine bought me an onion, but they're vicious. They attack you. They go for your eyes.
No, that's great.